My name is Chandler Gorley, and today we will be talking about the benefits of homeschooling your child. My high school experience was unlike any other. I was able to do my homework in PJs, have movie days when there were rainy days, and be able to start college when I was 15. I would have missed out on many opportunities had I done any other type of school, and this also offered me advantages to further my higher education. As a college student, I have been public schooled, private schooled, and homeschooled, and therefore, through my experiences, gained knowledge and able to talk about this topic. Today, my speech will be about why you should homeschool your child and the education and lifelong benefits of this decision. First, I will talk about the importance of homeschooling your children. It's not as common as you might think. Only about 3% of the population is homeschooled, and that's according to the National Center for Educational Statistics. And according to Texas Homeschool Coalition Association, which protects families when their rights are being endangered by the government, they say that in Texas there are only 3 requirements for homeschooling your child. That it must be a bona fide curriculum, which means it's not a sham. You must have visual curriculum, and therefore is a textbook, workbook, or computer work that somebody can look at and see that they are actually doing something, and that you incorporate reading, grammar, math, spelling, and good citizenship into the curriculum. About 3.4 million people are actually homeschooled in the U.S. On average, once they are homeschooled, they'll stick in it for 6 to 8 years, K through 12 options, and that comes from the National Home of Education Institute. Next, I will talk about the benefits of homeschooling. ERIC.ed.gov states that when homeschoolers take tests, they score about 34 to 39% higher above public schoolers. Publicschool.org says, they have been trained early on to be independent learners. Homeschooled individuals grow up to be reliable and resourceful individuals. It also allows parents to be more involved. Therefore, they can help them create their morals and their belief system, and even what they're taught in school, whether their history goes really in depth or not in depth, and things like that. It also offers them an option to do dual credit and start college at a younger age, which allows them to go further into their college education. The last thing that they're going to be learning is their study skills and how to be independent and responsible. Because when you don't have anybody telling you to do your homework, or that your homework is due the next day, maybe you have something due in a week because you're already taking college classes, but you're not having somebody on your back. So you are really in charge of learning that discipline, and therefore it helps you later in life. Next, we will talk about how this could look for your child. Can you imagine your child's education with all of these benefits? As a result of their education, they're going to be more successful. I personally completed 30 hours of dual credit before I went to college, and therefore am able to finish college in 3 years, saving my parents not only time but also money invested into my education. I was also able to hold a 25-hour-a-week job during the school day, and therefore learn time management and money skills that I would have missed otherwise. How do you expect a 6-year-old to be tied to a desk for 8 hours a day when they should be outside running and playing? Instead, they can be learning math by building a tree house and learning the measurements that go along with it. Instead of reading a book out of a textbook, they can read classics for English and then go to a theater. For science, they can be outside doing crazy experiments in the backyard. In conclusion, homeschooling is a great option for anyone wanting a mature and successful child. Despite the low percentage of the population, it is growing, and therefore there are more opportunities available to homeschoolers. Children, whether you have children now or not, imagine the opportunities available through this educational method. I hope these points have created a strong argument for homeschooling your child and the advantages that come with it. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions?
I like playing football, so would I still be able to do that?
Yes. Depending on where you are being homeschooled, I was actually able to be a cheerleader for a football team, and there were plenty of extracurricular activities as far as soccer, band, different things like that.
Is there also a prom and a homecoming dance? And those
Yes,
kind of things?
those are available for homeschoolers also.
And I have one more question. I have friends that say they would love it, but they're not teachers, and so they feel that they would not be able to actually teach their children. What would you say to them?
I would say that one of the great things about homeschooling is you can make it your own. You can be at home all day with your kids, or you can send them to classes that maybe meet at a church or something like that, because homeschool is a big community, and oftentimes there will be classes all together. And so you can, and even going to classes at the local college can help that also. So it's not all on you. Thank you.